How did Garrett look today? Is the ankle doing all right, or what do you think for the next game for him?
Still pretty sore with his left ankle. Day to day. We're not sure about tomorrow, but once again, we'll know more as we get closer to the game. But he was pretty sore today after the ankle sprain.
What about Josh?
Same thing with Josh. He did work out on the floor today. He did some work. We'll see how he feels after. Once he finishes treatment and lifting and things like that. But he's another guy on the roster right now that's day to day.
And I know Griff said on the ESPN broadcast, or told the ESPN broadcast last night that Zion was going to have his next round of tests by the end of this week.
Yeah.
Do you guys know like a day or anything like that?
I don't know exactly what day it is. It's coming up like in the next couple of days, maybe even the early part of next week. Once we understand where he is after that, hopefully everything is good and we can ramp up even more with Zion.
Just in these first 5 games, just how do you feel about your team defense overall? I know the big fight early on was staying out of transition defense, controlling that, but just overall, where do you think you guys are right now?
I like where we are. I think the last 3 games, we've given ourselves an opportunity to win all 3. And we only won 1, but we've given ourselves an opportunity. I think that's important for our group is, look, we can do everything right. We can shoot the ball extremely well, have low turnovers, and still lose the game. But we want to give ourselves an opportunity. And we did that last night. We did that the previous 2 games. Our defense has been solid, and we just got to continue to make plays down the stretch.
He was on a couple of off nights offensively. Sometimes he's looked like last night he was a little frustrated when he came out late. Not at being taken out, I think, of more of his own performance. Do you say anything to him at that point? Do you kind of let it sit, maybe talk to him today? Like, how do you approach that when somebody is clearly getting frustrated with their on-court stuff?
I spoke to him today about his frustrations because he works extremely hard at it and he wants to see results. I had to remind him that he is seeing results. Even with shooting, having a couple games where he didn't shoot the ball extremely well, he's seeing results. But we have to be big picture, and that's what I explained to him. You got to keep your confidence high, continue to stay working like he does. Those shots will fall. Just stay on balance and do the things that you know you're capable of doing.
Go ahead, Clutch. You're good.
I was going to ask you, kind of about the power of positivity. Like, after the game last night, you said this will help us win games in December, January. Is that something from this organization, from your personal belief of, why you believe in maybe accentuating big picture and we're going to get there instead of maybe more negativity on what went wrong?
Yeah, I think it's a part of who I am. It's a part of how I've learned in basketball. And then let's just talk about life. Like, before, nobody wants to hear 5 things they did wrong. They just don't. We don't want to hear that crap. I mean, we want to hear, hey, you're a good husband, you're a good father, and you take out the garbage or whatever, and maybe you can help with the dishes. All right, now I can accept that. But it's hard to accept 10 negative things and 1 positive. So I just think, just in general, talking to our team about what we're doing well on both ends of the floor, continue to show positives, and then we have a couple areas that we need to improve on.
And what have you kind of learned about Devontae now that you've been around him? Obviously, you knew about his game, but that being around him every day, what have you kind of learned about him?
He just loves basketball. He's a gamer. He takes big shots. He can hit tough shots. He's understanding the game more and more. He's still fairly young as far as experience in the NBA. But I like the fact that he loves to play ball, and he's a gamer.
We talked about it with him last night, but how important is it to have a guard with that skill to be able to hit those tough shots at the end of the shot clock?
Extremely important. And even big picture for us, once we're fully healthy, you got Brandon drawing the crowd, you got Jonas drawing the crowd, and Z. And now those are wide open shots for Devontae, for Nikhil, for Trey. So we need him to continue to be aggressive like he is, and he's found his rhythm, and I'm happy to see him playing well.
You've had some starters in the high 30s through these first couple of games. What have just the conversation with Griff, Trajan, and medical staff about, hey, we're trying to win games, but it's also a long season?
Get their rest. Right now, those guys are going to play high minutes. It's why we're not doing much in practice. We're doing a lot of teaching through film. We do more using our shoot-arounds to work on what we need to work on. but we just can't do a lot on the floor right now, especially with games this early in the season, having a lot of games.
Before Garrett got hurt, it seemed like he gave you guys a good spark. What did you think of just the impact that the bench made last night?
I thought the bench was great. Like you said, Garrett was sort of finding his rhythm. His playing time was going up, which we expected. It's just tough to see him go down with an ankle injury that could possibly, hopefully not, but keep him out a couple games. And we'll see how he feels tomorrow. But I thought our bench did a really good job of coming in and just playing hard, playing the right way, keeping the game simple.
Thanks,